earth is that? Well, stay tuned and you just might find out.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Okay, let's head into the 1950s kitchen. Yes, indeed, I did rescue this. I shouldn't really say rescue, it wasn't in any danger, but it came from the antique shop when I was in Lancaster County. Look at this, look at the sides of it. This is not plastic. Now, you know, if this were made today, this would be plastic with some fake chrome on it. This is molded steel here, and just look at the sides of this electric mixer. And the fins on the back, are we in the 1950s or what? You could say space age, automobile. That almost looks like a motorboat. Yeah, I could zip through the streets if I put this thing on the back of my truck and turned it on. And I'm going to turn it on in a minute. It's a Mixall Iona. It's model 54. But clearly sometime in the 1950s. Total steel case here, housing for the motor with chrome plated, and then a nice Bakelite handle, and we've got the 3 speeds. Now the nice thing, I don't know, you know, when you buy one of these hand mixers new and you turn it on low, it seems like the low speed is just on fire. I mean, it blows cake mix all over the place. The low speed on this really is low, and I love it. The rheostat up here to control the speed was a little wonky, so I took this apart, cleaned it. That's all it needed, was just a little bit of cleaning. It had just been gummed up a little bit. And the speeds are working beautifully now. So let's see what happens when we turn it on the low speed. That's nice. And that really is low. Listen to that baby hum. See the fan on the inside as it spins? All right, there's the low speed. Yeah. Snickerdoodles will be in the oven very soon. No, don't worry, I haven't given up on my ginger snaps. Okay, let's go to medium. There's medium. And now the high speed. Very nice. And that's a nice old bowl. You don't get the bowl with it, you just get the hand mixer. I love this thing. Okay, that's it. There it is. Just to show you the electric cord is in good shape. Now we're talking about a mixer that's from the mid-1950s. So, what, we're well over 60 years old here. Probably knocking on the door of 70. Works fine, but I can't give you any guarantee. More than likely, this will outlast all of us. And even if I live to be 100, this thing will probably still be working. But there's always a chance that you'll get it and it'll work for a week and then stop working. So I can make no guarantees on it, only that I cleaned it, oiled it, and it's been working okay for me. And as you know, these great old American appliances from the 50s are built like tanks. So if you're a heavy baker, I wouldn't necessarily buy this to use every day, but if you've got a 1950s kitchen and you want to use it on occasion, I say go right ahead. I love it, and it's in the old curiosity shop right now. Next in the old curiosity shop, I have this beautiful satin glass console bowl that is actually connected to its own little pedestal. It's all one piece of glass. Molded glass, not a separate piece. Clearly made sometime between 1925 and 1935. Satin glass is wonderful stuff, and for those of you who like to display your glass under a black light, you're going to get a New Year's Eve glow out of this thing. It really lights up, and you can see in the auction site the photographs of it with the black light on it. I'm not sure if the Tiffin Glass Company manufactured this one or not. could have been. Now, satin glass picks up all types of fingerprints from your hands, and so clean it and then don't touch it. I'm going to grab it here with this towel because I don't want to get my fingerprints all over it. But I just want to show you that you can see here the molded base, all one piece, very similar to the black glass pedestals that Fenton and all those other companies were making. But it's a gorgeous bowl. I'm not going to drop it. Of course I say that and then watch what happens. Okay, it's heavy. Let's put it back down. What is that across the top? That's a nice 10 inches across the top. And you can probably find some satin candlesticks if you'd like to add with it. That's a really nice piece. Now a close-up of this really nice pressed glass cruet, which we saw briefly the other day. The stopper, I don't know why I couldn't think of that word, is original to the bottom. Same pattern there, and there's no damage on it. It's not chipped or cracked, and it's nice and clean. It hasn't turned purple from the sun. Just a very nice old-fashioned cruet for the table. Vinegar cruet. That's my favorite condiment. Next up is the Hall blushing apple there. As I said before, I usually find the great big cookie jar size. This is the little one. And what I hadn't noticed when I bought it, but I guess someone did okay, there were a few chips on the stem up top, and someone did go ahead and fill it in with some green, looks like magic marker or something. I suspect you could do a little bit better than that. But that's the only damage on it. You're going to find this crazing on this really, soft ceramic, and sometimes little what look like stress cracks, but it's really just cracks in the crate glaze, as you can see. And this is unmarked on the bottom, but the Hall company made these in the 40s. Even the lid underneath is chip-free. Okay, so 1940s kitchen. There you go. Next we have a pretty little tin container made in England. Now how do I know it is a container made in England? Because it says on the bottom, container made in England. So probably for little biscuits or tea or whatever it is that came in this originally. I don't know. Tea or biscuits sounds good to me. It's a small one. There's no rust on it. Clean on the inside. We have wear on the top here of the lid, but that's not that bad, I don't think. As I said, clean and rust free. So the lid fits right down on top like that. It has a nice design, which I didn't line up properly, but there it is. Okay, probably something from, oh, who knows? The first half of the 20th century, we'll say that. It's probably nothing newer than maybe the 1950s, but it looks even a little more old-fashioned than that. So, a little tin, made in England. I like it. Okay, we haven't had a lamp. Well, we have had lamps. I'm working through my collection of old lamps. Now, ignore the shade. It's a little too big, but you get the idea. And the shade, of course, is not included in the auction. But this is a little clip-on silk shade, probably a little bit too big for this lamp. So we're going to get it off of there and turn it off and let you see this beautiful old brass socket. You can't beat an old socket, and you know how much I love keeping lamps as original as possible. It's sort of in an Art Deco style, probably made in the mid to late 1930s. Not sure who the pottery company was. Almost all of the American, not all of them, but Hager and McCoy and all those companies, they made pieces of pottery specifically for lamps. And so that's what we've got here. It's a small one, pretty green color. completely unmarked. There is the bottom. And we've got the hole here on the back where the cord comes out. And this was always a lamp, made as a lamp, designed as a lamp. Pretty green color. And I stuck a, I didn't stick an old-fashioned cord on there. I don't always put the gold cords on. This one looks fine with that. We'll back up again and let you see the whole thing. I like the green color, and I also like the glaze on this one and the design. So cute little 1930s lamp. Light bulb and shade not included. Find yourself, whatever type of shade you'd like to use with it. And again, it's a nice little clip on there. Okay, no chips, no cracks. Beautiful. And now the familiar crisscross pattern, well known to Depression glass collectors, came on the scene in the I think the late 20s maybe originally, but very popular throughout the 1930s into the 40s. And you could find this in green, crystal of course, cobalt blue, and according to one of my references, pink as well. I think milk glass too. But here it is in crystal. And we've got almost a complete set. You can see we're missing one of the smaller refrigerator jars. So 3 sizes here, bottoms and tops, and it's really hard to find this stuff without chips on it. It's thick glass and well made, but as I said, chips, you're gonna find chips. Now, these are in fantastic condition. There are a few flea bites on the undersides of some of the lids, but remarkably there's no major chipping here at all, and there are no cracks. And so you're gonna find a little bit of roughness around some of the edges, but as I said, very, very few flea bites on these. And if we turn it upside down, I'll give you a hint of what I'm talking about. There's a little one right there on that upper right hand corner of your screen. And just very minor, but they're nice and clean. The colored dishes seem to be more popular. Boy, these are nice. You can look in your refrigerator and tell if something has gone bad or not. You can see what's in there. I mean, if your egg salad gets mold on it, how can you tell that in a Ritz blue container or a green container? I'm really putting a spin on the crystal, but they're nice. You want to store your food in something other than something plastic, there you go. So it's very heavy. It's going to be a big 12 by 12 by 12 box, and it will be heavy. It's going to weigh about 10 pounds, maybe a little bit more than that. So, but I'll pack it carefully, and you'll be able to find that last refrigerator dish there, and you'll be all set. Nice and clean. Okay, I love it. Okay, let's do a little book review here. You can't go wrong with Jean Florence. And anyway, the late Jean Florence. So the Hazel Atlas glass book, let's just look at a couple pages very quickly. I don't know who circled this, somebody did. This is a used book. There's the decanter from yesterday, and a couple of you did look it up. I just didn't have a chance before I listed it. The Ring-O-Rings Ritz Blue 1938 decanter, and that's the one that I've got currently for sale. I don't have the little shot glasses. I used to have them, but sold them years ago, and of course now I find the decanter. So they're attributed to Hazel Atlas from the 1930s, and then we're going to flip through and look at the kittyware here. There's the bowl we saw yesterday called Children at Play. I'd like to find the one with the blue airplanes on it. And then on the next page we can see the little cup that I have, and it's called the Dancing Pigs. Where are you? Oh, there you are. So I think mine has the handle on it, but there's one of the dancing pigs. Yeah, there it is with the with clowns on it and the handles. So the dancing pig. It's nice to have the books as references. And then we did just look at the crisscross a minute ago here, the refrigerator dishes, the crisscross pattern. Here it is in the crystal, and many other pieces you can get to go with it. As you can see, there's the green and there's the blue. I don't know if they list the pink in here or not, but just a quick book review for you there. Love it. All right. I also found in my Deco and Beyond, oops, getting focused there, barware, glass barware, Art Deco and Beyond. Let's take a look quickly. We'll open this up. Oh, here's something that kind of annoys me. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. I forgot to look. I sold this shaker, maybe 2 months ago. I didn't have the chrome top, just the shaker itself, and now I see that it was a Paden City piece. Cocktail crystal shaker there. Glades is the name of the pattern. That I didn't know until just now, but recognized it. And then, once again, here we've got a picture of the Hazel Atlas. I know my camera is shaking. I apologize for that. Ring O' Rings, Cobalt Decanter, attributed to Hazel Atlas. Yeah. Okay, so that's a wonderful reference there. Another one of the great collector's books by Walter T. Lemisky. Deco Barware. In case you didn't know that was out there. I didn't know either. I got that at a flea market. Okay, what's next? Well, you know, any chance I can get to show off my German Art Deco silver, green, and black demi-tasse cups and saucers, I'm going to do it. But we'll move this out of the way because it really doesn't belong. And the question for you is, number one, what is it? I'll zoom in a minute. And when was it patented? Now, in other words, what's the latest patent date on it? Okay. So, in other words, about how old is it? Does it date to 1914, 1924, or the mid-30s? We'll say 1934. We'll keep it easy. 1914, 1924, or 1934? What say you? We'll just take a closer look. I'm not going to tell you much more than that. Take a look at the top. Now, what is it? I mean, specifically, what is it? If you think you know, or you just want to guess, no Googling allowed, leave your comment in the comment section below, and then when I come back tomorrow or the next day, we will have the grand reveal, and maybe we'll plug this thing in and see if I don't burn my house down. Okay, folks, that's it. What you saw in the video today is available in the old Curiosity Shop right now. I'll be back soon. I want to thank everybody for watching once again. Happy March 1st. Okay, wait for the cat. So long for now.